speeding.
La Rehu.
Oh, yes.
La Rehu.
I just finished a huge iced coffee, but it's going to be a long day. I've had meetings since 10, and it's been going.
Plus, all right, now you've been busy, man.
Yes.
Father man, busy man.
Oh, yeah.
Businessman, working man. All that.
Right. Got to do it all, you know. Well, you know, if life is here for us to live it, you know.
How are we supposed to sleep?
That's the big question, you know. I get that question a lot, and
are naps key? Is that what it is?
Yeah, honestly, I think so. I think that's what I need to start doing more is napping, because I do a lot of my work at night. So I think the way to combat that is at least a hour or two napping throughout the day. But 2 hours, that's crazy. Maybe
that is crazy. Yeah. I think shout out to my boy Professor J.
Professor.
I don't know what he wants to be called. I'm trying to be sensitive to his private life.
Yes.
But he's King Naps. He works at a third shift, but has a normal shift life. You know, got a girl and home life and all that.
Right.
So like, he says like what's quintessential is a 15-minute nap. 15 minutes.
That's it.
That's it.
Really?
Get
like
15
minutes increments, or like how often does he do 15-minute naps?
Just a 15.
One throughout the day.
Yeah, and power nap. And I followed his lead unintentionally one day because I was helping moving. I ended up doing like a lot, and plus I battle my demons at night, so I don't sleep at night.
Yes.
And but the next day I did take a 16-minute power nap, and I was texting him. We were texting about naps. He told me that the 15-minute nap is quintessential.
Yeah.
And then I napped for 16 minutes. I was like, holy shit.
Okay.
Is it
like a specific time in the day, or is it just like whenever you find your 15 minutes?
Whenever you're feeling it, man.
Okay.
You start yawning when normally you reach to the monster or the Lorejo or the coffee or the shout out. The Rogue is a happy sponsor of Maniac Max. But instead of reaching to those things, just lay down.
Energy?
Dude, nicotine rules.
Does nicotine give you energy though?
Fuck yeah.
Right.
But not in like what is a way? I mean, there's so many Zen memes and needing to start your day with. See, what makes a successful businessman, Mr. Successful Businessman, it is caffeine and nicotine. You need both. Yeah. You need both. But yeah, nicotine, like, especially the pouches, they give you like
It's like a stimulant.
It's a stimulant.
Okay.
It's just a little buzz. Like I popped 2 6 milligrams.
Yeah.
And top deckies is what the cool kids call it.
Top deckies.
You fucking white people ruin everything, man. I love that. Like, if we're talking historically speaking, like white people made the English language or whatever, and this is the language, and then black folk made language fucking cool over the years, and then now we're trying to make it cool, like, dude, yeah, we got 2 deckies and zennies, and yeah, dude, I hate white people, man, I hate sheds. Now I also hate white people because I'm white trash, so like... Right.
So at least, you know white people well enough.
And like, I know the stuck-up whites very, very, very well, and, yeah, I mean, I'm just not a fan. Yeah. But no hate to anybody. But
it's all peace, love out here.
Yeah, peace, love, and understanding is a big point.
Yes.
And I understand the whites a lot, and that's kind of why I don't fuck with them.
Right. You already have enough empathy. You understand what's going on.
Yeah, just so many whites are fear-driven, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that is most of America, but that is especially the Midwest whites. Mm-hmm. Like, they just like... No, brown people are scary. All terrorism is scary. Everything's scary. Fear.
They're right.
There's tornadoes. There's this and that. It's
and
like,
it makes headlines every time. So
exactly.
Everybody talks about things that are bad rather than the good things.
Exactly. And there's always an ad attached to fear. Isn't that crazy how that works?
Like, interesting.
What does Zach De La Rocha say? Rage Against the Machine. Fear is your only god. Yeah. Actually, God is love. Love is God.
Right. The only thing I fear is God.
Yes. But man, shout out Rage Against the Machine, and now they're Rage for the Machine.
Oh.
Shout out Tom Morello. Dude,
they changed that. What?
All right, let's talk about Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah,
and I wish Professor J was here. So late 80s, early 90s, California, Tool and Rage Against the Machine started. Remember I told you last week about I found my Zach De La Rocca and I was her Maynard James Keenan, man. Hey, man. Swim. Learn to swim. But it was Rage Against the Machine, System of a Down, and Rage Against the Machine, Zach De La Rocca, his grandfather or great-grandfather, some in his lineage was like a general in the Mexican Revolutionary War.
Oh, okay.
So he was very anti-establishment, anti-war.
What the machine was.
Yeah, America.
Right.
System of a Down. System being America.
Yeah.
Argentinian genocide, stuff like that. Tool, just here in the spirit realm, they rule. And then 2020 happened with everything, and all of a sudden, Zach De La Rocca and Tom Morello were like, do everything your government's telling you to do. I was like, what the fuck? I'm non-political, by the way. I'm putting that out there. I understand both. There should either be one team or 57 teams, not just fucking two.
Yeah, that's messed up. That's a whole different concept.
Yeah. But the fact that they went from non-political to super uber involved in what the government's telling you to do, it's like, what? So it's Rage for the Machine now is what we call them.
Okay.
Yes.
That's not what they call themselves?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was like, they switched up the whole band name.
They need to. They need to.
Okay.
They need to.
Oh, man.
So what are we talking about today, sir? I think we should, because I talked about my experience with my mental illness, which was cured, by the way. I know if you Google mental illness and you see things, it's like, well, no, it's not curable. It's just a thing you just live with for the rest of your life.
Right, I've heard that.
But think about all other illnesses and sicknesses. You get the common cold, you get this, you get the COVID, shout out.
Right.
And there is medicine to take for it, but also with lifestyle change, and there's so many reasons you get that mental illness, right? Yeah. There's so many ways to catch a cold, and at certain ages, and certain this, and certain that, you're more susceptible to this, and that.
Right.
Mental illness is curable, but you got, and I see it with people, especially my family, my lineage, where I've was super predisposed to having mental illness, and the one thing that I'm seeing with everyone in my family is the honesty.
Yeah.
Peace, love, and understanding. That's how human beings need to be. And
right.
all human beings are usually missing one of those things. They have understanding, they have love, but they have no peace in themselves, or because they understand how the world works, or understand how their environment works, and they love certain people, they hate everyone else. Right. Or they have peace and love, but no understanding, no sympathy. So they are extra judgmental, this and that and this.
Right.
But all this, literally the stem of all this is you have to be so honest with yourself.
Yes, you have to understand yourself. I mean, it's always a growing process. It's a work. There's never going to be a time where you completely understand you and everybody else around you. But if you're not growing towards that, what are you doing? You're just ignoring stuff that is going to be affecting you and others and not dealing with it.
Yeah. And and that's definitely how you grow, but for a broader spectrum of people, you have to learn to accept your upbringing, accept, okay, I was made by my mother's uterus, my father's ball sack, okay?
True. Yeah.
Now, what's the science behind that? How are they grown up? What was their trauma? When they got together, what were their lives like?
Right.
And once you understand that a little more, and then you understand your environment a little more, and you understand why they did things they did, either it doesn't have to be all traumatic or dramatic. Even why do they love you so? Why do they do so good? Why do they do this? Why do they do that? And
it is a nature and nurture process. It's a whole journey.
Yes.
And all of it is going to be what's going to make you you.
Exactly. So the more you understand, not just your adolescence and your inner child, but you understand where you came from literally, and understanding your immediate family. I think what's important is you, siblings, if you have any, parents, grandparents. Because these are the immediate things that are impacting your environment, the way your parents function, the way your siblings function. Because growing up, me and my brother, we're 2 years apart. We had completely different lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we lived in the same house.
Yeah.
He had the bigger room. I had no room. We lived in the same room forever.
Wow.
He couldn't stand my ass. Like, I understand so much more now. It's like, oh, okay. Because, like, I wasn't cool with my father or my blood brother until I was, like, probably 23, 22. Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
And
how did that, I guess, relationship start to build? Like, where was it? And then what was the turning point?
So and this is all super men's health awareness, by the way.
Yes.
Because men operate different because we're masculine energy. We're masculine energy.
Now, before you answer that question, I got paranoid from the last time. Let me make sure this is still running. Okay, we're good.
We're good? All right, cool.
Still live.
All right, awesome. We're doing it live. So, in my situation, as a child, I felt like my father abandoned me to start a new family.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a lot of truth behind that, too. So, like, I understand. But in the moment of being 10 years old, you know, lost dogs, lost my dad, who was, like, my hero growing up.
Right.
And just confused. And that confusion caused... That's where, like, confusion and anger, and because I was 10, I didn't understand anything.
Yeah.
But, and then my brother, we always got in fights, and we never got along, which was so crazy because we loved the same music, same sports, same comedy, same video games, like, but like we were not okay at the time. Now, at 18, I pursued my passion for poker, and I was successful for approximately 3 or 4 years, and basically what I made in 3 or 4 years, I lost in one night. Jeez. I think I talked about that in the last episode, maybe.
I think me and you had a conversation about it.
Okay.
But I can't remember if we recorded it.
Okay, yeah, me either. But
I don't know. You guys tell us.
Yeah. So, but like during high school, I couldn't wait to, you know, A, move out, but B, get out of Ohio in general, because I thought Ohio was the problem because of my upbringing. I was like, well, my life's trash, and people around me in Lebanon, Ohio's trash, and you know, I was bullied and stuff in high school. It's so funny
that it's like that for so many people. They think that it's their area or their hometown is the one that needs to change, and it's like, I mean, it might not be your hometown, but you leaving might help your mentality change.
Oh, it 100% does.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but anyways, so like from adolescent age, and then I leave Ohio, pursued a lady and poker. Lost both. Came back to Ohio. And guess who was there?
Who was there?
My father and my brother.
Wow.
So,
ready to accept you.
Yeah.
It's almost like the whole prodigal child Bible story situation.
Yes, yes. And I was able to, any sort of grudges I had against dad, because also when I'm playing poker and do that in Florida, I'm providing. Mm-hmm. I'm on that man shit. I'm a baby.
Right.
Because man, you're a baby at 18. But man, when you're 18, you're the man.
Yeah. You think you know it, but
young man's ego, man. Young man's ego. But so coming back and like, I was able and willing to be able to not just forgive but understand. Mm-hmm. And once I understood, and I was like, I got you. I love you, Father. Got you, I love you, brother. Yeah. And ever since then, father, brother, we've been cool.
That's
and
awesome.
Now I'm 33, so we've been going 10 years strong.
Hey, we keep going, 10 more.
Yeah, shout out the Lay tribe for the lay down.
Hey,
holler.
The lay down.
But the thing too though, why it took so long and why I couldn't just like have like a simple conversation and address things right away, is because men aren't in their emotions,
right,
or in tune or care, because that's just gay,
right? That's what everybody says. It's just like it's not a cool thing to do.
Yeah,
you know,
you can't just talk to a bro and be like, yeah, man, do you think like nature's pretty peaceful and I actually like vibrant colors? No, bro, it's gay, man. Right. Lift weights, fuck bitches, da-da-da.
You're right.
Like play sports ball, like everything else is lame, like. in the first time I did comedy, I actually tried making a bit where I called myself half F word.
Oh no!
Because this is a good story. Because I was my mother's gay son. My brother's a homosexual, has a boyfriend, loving life, crushing life,
cool.
And I love I love his partner. I'm glad he found the right partner, and I love Sebastian to death.
Awesome.
We'll bleep out the name. Swishy, sorry. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Text me that.
Yeah.
Take this whole part out.
Or just his name. Just
his name. Okay.
All right. So
let's get some context.
so this is like I'm like 25, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm uber personality. I'm uber this, and I'm super eccentric.
Yeah. Okay.
So we go to this wedding in Chicago. It's for Auntie's wedding, and Auntie's into the drag community,
Oh, cool.
Queer community, all that fun stuff, and it's all like I loved all that. I loved all that. So for her reception, it was big time.
Oh, I bet.
And
they did it right.
Even the wedding itself, they had an awesome, like Louisiana style, like Broadway entrance performance. It was like trumpets and people dressed up.
Trumpets too.
Yeah,
Dang.
it was epic.
That's
so
awesome.
So the reception, and I'm nervous, so I started drinking, and this is where my WT came out because I literally like first thing I do and I'm bragging about I'm like double fisting, bro.
Oh no.
And my mom and everyone's like mortified. I'm like, now I'm looking back. I'm like, Mom, you raised me this way. What the fuck are you talking about? Of course I'm WT and can't take me anywhere in public. But anyways, so I'm talking to people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of gay folks there.
Yeah.
Percocet.
Oh no.
I met Percocet. That might be the legal actual name of this individual, this fella. And Percocet is a yas. Super yas. And me and Percocet became best friends throughout this reception. And I was, putting my arm over the shoulder, I didn't know I was like low key flirting. I had no idea, but I'm over here just like hyping him up.
Right?
Yeah, I'm just hyping, I'm vibing. And then Percocet mingles with my mom. And Percocet and they had a conversation, and my mom goes, "Oh, my son's gay." And Percocet's like, "Oh, I know. I've been talking to him the whole time." And Mom's like, because she's been with Swishy the whole time. And she's like, "Wait, who have you been talking to?" And Percocet points at me.
Oh no.
So from there on out, I was my mom's gay son. Shout out. But yeah, like I was always like felt that way and labeled that way. Plus I listened to Stained so much, and then I was asking bros about Stained. It's like, "What, you a 13-year-old girl? Like, move on from your emotions." Shout out David Cross too. Because emotionally, sure, I was a 13-year-old girl, but like I was a bro. But with like masculine mental health awareness, men's health awareness, because just because Sebastian wasn't homosexual doesn't mean he's a masculine energy. Just because the same thing with my father, like we can't just talk. And when I do bring things up right away, they're just like, emotions. Right. Get a job, work, like do man stuff.
Let's talk about the game.
Let's
not talk about ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's immediately that.
It literally. So like, finally, I had to like learn to speak the language and understand the language. And the love language for men is very closed off, but it's via other things. Like, shut the fuck up with all these words. Like, let's go ahead and let's crack a beer and talk about whatever. Like, it's so shunned amongst men to like just open up. And like, even myself, like I had all these friends, and I'd be like, "I'm gay, I hate myself, help me." But then I would just laugh it off and do funny shit and be crazy. But like only through that process, there was a few people
who were actually ready to talk.
Yeah, talk about real shit.
Yeah.
And that's how like we vibed, because I hit you up with real shit.
Yeah.
And you gave me that genuine sympathy, empathy, and understanding.
That's what. Yeah.
And that genuine empathy and understanding is what we need, and that's also what we need from partners. Because same thing in a relationship where I not only have I been in relationships, but I see friends, I I see what's going on in the world. You know, men are just supposed to be out there lifting weights, cashing checks, money, this and that. And I protect my chick. And she's always mad at me for some reason, whatever. Or, like, so it's either they don't open up to their woman because they don't know how to. And like, that causes a divide because women crave like that.
Oh, yeah.
Right? The feminine energy does.
For sure.
And because in my personal situations, it's always me. I was the clingy one. I was craving acceptance.
Yeah.
Because I never was accepted by my family, my mother, and this and stuff or my father growing up. So like I had that clinginess, weirdness, attachment issues in that regard. But like you can also, so as a man, you could have that from your partner or like long for that from your partner, but your partner doesn't really deliver that because they don't know how to yet. Or vice versa, where you're just shut off.
Yeah.
And you just like, you just drink your problems away. You just always drinking. And you got a woman beside you who's being strong, but like you're drinking. Now you're texting other girls and you're letting the good one slip. But like, if men were more accepting, you don't have to be in tune with your spirit. You don't have to be in tune with the universe, man. Which I am, by the way. We're going to talk about that. I discovered so much this past weekend.
Oh, snap.
And, but just generally, if men were, and I see it all the time, like, men need to open up. We don't know how to.
Yeah.
Most of us. Like, I was a different one where I was way super open, but men didn't know how to reciprocate that. They're like,
they got intimidated by that. Because I haven't dealt with that. Like, how are you able to talk to me about this? And I haven't even thought through the fact that I do have other emotions and they need to be dealt with.
Yeah, exactly. And you're being super emotional, so this is just too much. But you're a guy? Like, I don't understand this. Get away from me. So men just need to be more willing. I mean, I saw this a meme about this, and like when women meet each other, you're so beautiful, damn girl, you're doing this and that. They hype each other up. Men meet each other like, oh, you're still a fucking scumbag? All right, get in here. Oh, you're still a piece of shit? All right. Like, men, like, your best friends only bash each other.
Yeah.
The love language is banter. Like, your real friends. Like, you got to be able to talk shit. But, like, even when you try opening up in those spots, like, men will sympathize for your situations. But still, even then, in those groups,
you got to break it out with some funny.
Like, they sympathize you on your situation, but like they're not gonna like actually have a conversation about it.
Yeah. It's more like I'll listen, but that's
like
all
look,
I have the capacity.
Look, I lost this and that. That sucks, man. So you're just gonna grind through it, get a job, work through it, bro, one day at a time.
Buzz phrases.
Yeah. Yes, but like what we need to start doing though is like in those vulnerable moments and situations, we need to be more willing to be open and also have a community of men, to be open.
Right.
And that's what we're doing here at the Laydown. So if you're ever going through it, hit us up, DM, whatever.
Come on over.
Yeah.
Talk.
Come on.
Or not.
Hop on, we'll talk. But I'm always here to help you, whoever you are. I don't care where you are, what you're from, what's going on. I will empathize, sympathize, understand you. So, yeah. Men, start talking to each other. Be gay.
Whatever it needs to be said, it's just time to be more open about it and just kind of talk through how you're feeling. Exactly. You don't have to get to any solid answers, but just to at least start talking and being able to have that conversation without it veering towards any worldly things, and it can just be deep and uncomfortable for a bit.
Yes.
That's got to be okay.
Yeah, because like what men do is like they'll see the result of their actions and accept that, and then decide to go down to drinking, or I'm just depressed, or I'm gonna off myself. What needs the real solution is like you need to be willing to open up and hope, and with men groups, like actually having a real group of having real conversations, really working through shit, that will help alone. But like, if you're in a situation where you feel alone and you feel like a outcast,
Hey.
Sorry, all my rolls are covering it up. But if you, because like you can have love and support from friends and family, but like again, your friends and family might not, especially like the masculine side, if you're a young man going through it, or like a lot of military bros. Think about the military suicide awareness stuff. Like, like they're always.
And you have to be able to continue it. I think another problem is, you'll have that conversation once or twice with somebody,
yeah,
and then you'll realize like that was hard, like it was mentally draining, like it really, you have to go through it, and then they stop, and it's like no, that kind of, it's a journey. Like I was just saying, it's got to continue throughout your life.
Yeah, but you gotta get to a point where like, okay, I'm fucked up. I've talked to these people, and it's still not enough. So for me, I would like scream at people, shout out Uncle Ethan, shout out the folks I'm staying with right now. But like when I was going through like a manic episode in Washington State, I was hypomanic for 4 months straight. 4 months straight.
That's a long time.
And by hypomania, I mean I was going to start a business that was going to be worth trillions of dollars with the T. I was going to create an app to save the world today. I'm still going to make that app, but understand the process reality.
Right.
But being hypomania means you're lost in your spirit. So my spirit realm, my spirit is super pure intention, super pure heart. Shout out Grandma and Grandpa Lay.
Yes.
But like, because you're in hypomania, because your reality's too fucked up.
You're like you're ready to do everything right now.
Yeah. And it's all too much. It's all too much. And like, I didn't realize that. And I was screaming at my friends and family and having so many conversations, and it would take so many ear beatings because it did love me, but like I had to eventually get ECT treatments, and it took getting zapped in the head 22 times I had to zap some sense into me, and then from there now I'm actually able to grow and be a lot more stable.
Yeah.
So you have to like be able to not only like talk through your feelings and hopefully have either if it's just one close friend or a community of encouraging bros on a deeper level, not just like, fuck that chick, just hit the gym, man. You got to be able to like understand like I need help.
Yes.
And help just means seeing a doctor. Help means willing to go to therapy. Help means scheduling something with a psychiatrist, like,
and having an open mind when you go do these things.
Yes.
Like it's not just ticking off a box. It's like, no, you need to be able to accept the help.
Yes.
And not just say, oh, I need help, so I'm just going to go here to listen to this person. It's like, no, this is a mental thing. So it's not just what you say. It's how you start feeling and opening up.
Yeah.
And actually being able to accept that help.
And then even when you're going for that initial help, you don't, because you haven't really fully processed your stuff yet.
Right.
To the fullest extent. There's a core root to your depression, to your anxiety, to this, to that. And like until you like really understand your upbringing, your background, and your environment, like, and why all that is actually there from an objective point of view, you're not gonna be able to like fully move on and understand yourself. So like you have to not only reach out for help, and but help is what? Help.
Yeah.
It's a Band-Aid on your situation.
Right.
So you need to do that ongoing growth stuff. So that does mean being healthy. Like get some nutrients, work out a little bit, do a 10-minute walk a day. Shout out Mark Smelly Belly. So those things are important too, but you also got to be, okay, am I still need to be on this medication, or do a round of medication, see how you feel afterwards, and also be open to adjust, like, or address that, hey, this needs adjusted, or hey, this is how I'm feeling now.
Yeah.
Like, because I said this on the last one, and I'll keep saying this, there's not one magic pill.
Right.
All right, so you understand you need help, you understand you're fucked up.
Well,
give me a magic help.
Yeah, and before we go past that, I do want to ask a question for you, because I haven't been to therapy, unfortunately. I probably should go. But would you say the help curve is more of like so you're at a spot and you get your help, does it break you and then you go up? Or is it like, you start getting that help and things start to feel good?
The rest is up to you.
Okay. So it can be different per person.
You can go to therapy, you can be honest, and you'll feel like weight off your shoulders.
Okay.
That's usually like a general like first time doing therapy experience. But like after therapy, you got to be able to sit with yourself by yourself, not on YouTube, not gaming, not this, not that, not doing your grind. Like there's so many, again, successful entrepreneurs, multi-gazillionaires, who still have here.
So, yeah, stuff to,
Yeah,
stuff
like,
to handle.
Yes. But to actually handle this, yes, you do help, and yes, you grind, and yes, you do this. But I'm going to keep going back to that word, understanding yourself. So for me, like, I lost the woman of my dreams, and I lost a child, and not only a child, but I lost a sweet, sweet puppy named Bella, and I couldn't even comprehend why, and that literally drove me crazy.
Right.
Couldn't even understand why. Like, it felt like the punishment didn't fit the crime type deal. Like,
right.
But it took me so long to understand what I was putting my partner through, understand what I was putting my partner's family through, understanding I was impossible to deal with, but also understanding why friction even began in the first place. So you have to, like Kobe Bryant, Tiger Woods, like, you really have to study yourself. You have to really review the tape. You can't just be like, well, that was fucked up, and they're fucked up for doing that, so fuck them.
Right.
No.
So it's more like you're ripping down the layers. You're trying to get to that core of all of your issues that get into the brain.
Yeah, and so you gotta understand both the core of, like, you yourself and how you're made DNA wise, and your environment of your upbringing. But when you, like with me in my suicidal situation, because I lost it all, the death of hope occurred, and so the death of me occurred. Because as a great James Hetfield once said, "Love is control. I'll die if I let go." Yeah, all that. Thanks for headbanging. I fucking love James Hetfield. Also the great James Hetfield. I'm shouting this out to you. You know who you are. Baby, baby, hold on to me. Whatever will be, will be. Future is ours to see. When you hold on to me, hey, hey, baby. So, like,
you got to get a Grammy on that.
I'm a vocal talent, son. I'm on sign. Sign me to DYD. Right. But like these words, these lyrics, these things, they also, like, you need. I'm gonna go ahead and say this. You need music. You need gospel.
Yes.
I don't care if you get it from religion. I don't care if you get it from the music world. But, like, you need to understand, again, your upbringing, but also that situation. So my suicide situation, losing the death of hope, losing everything, I had to, and it is impossible to keep your emotions out of it.
Oh, I bet. Like, the events alone are going to spark more of the brain stuff, but you do need to break down the event in general and figure out the aspects and the elements of the event that is, why people are now feeling the way that they're feeling after such and such happened.
Yes. And to be honest, it is July what?
It is.
The 10th. It is July 10th.
July 10th.
It took me from July 5th to July 9th to finally fully move over that part of my life. Because I've been moving on and moving forward. Like, I haven't been a stalky, creepy person to the ex. I haven't been reaching out to the ex, but I still, like, longed and felt, and I still was devastated by the events, and I no longer feel these things because I literally reviewed the tail of the tape just on the phone, the memories and stuff like that, and I actually shared you with what triggered me, and you have to embrace the cry. What did Grandma Lay say? Well, God made tears for a reason.
I mean, it literally flushes out, some of those chemicals in your brain.
You need to process those emotions, yeah. Like, and crying is truthfully, cry more. Cry.
Cry more. That's the tagline for this one. Last one's art is love. This one's cry more.
Guys love, art is love. Pick your pussy up, start crying. Big dick's still bad for your health.
Still.
In the ass, sorry. No. That is always the intro, by the way. The intro for the last episode, I've gotten lots of, like, hey, that was funny.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I cried, like, every day when I was out of the hospital because I had to go back into the environment that broke me. But being in that environment that broke me and being able to step past that, I was able to really remake myself as a man. But that was, like, childhood long-term trauma. That's why I was fucked up in all my relationships, including the one that fucked me up.
Does your therapist say, like...
I don't have one.
Oh. Well, when you went to...
When I went to therapy...
would they recommend getting rid of that, or recommend keeping it to sort of process, like those photos and those videos and those...
I would assume a therapist would say get rid of it.
Okay.
I would assume. I never got that deep when I did talk to therapists. I talked to therapists 4 or 5 times, and the first one felt good, the second one felt stupid, and then the rest just felt like maintenance and why am I giving you $100 every time I'm seeing you type deal.
That's why you went to the ETC, and that's what did it for you.
Because I went to therapy before having a suicide attempt.
Right.
My second suicide attempt. And it took ECT to zap like scents and chemicals and stuff like that, but like this past weekend, just, freedom isn't free, it costs half the fucking fee. This 4th of July weekend, I sat alone. And that's what y'all gotta do. You see me rocking right now. You gotta sit alone and study the tale of the tape. So when I'm going through those pictures, I had a very rage tears, ugly, screaming, crying, shouting, just why, and especially the song "Soulway Firth" by Slipknot. What have you done? Just really be, and I was really, dude. We're talking. That was more than 30. To be honest, it was about an hour and 30 minutes of me just crying, screaming to the world, and what the fuck? Yeah. And I'm turning Super Saiyan because, as you know from the previous episode, that's how I process things. I'm a gym bro, Dragon Ball Z, angry music, like. Yeah. So that's how I emotionally am able to open up to like
regulate yours.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's how I was able to process that, and after that cry, and after emotionally really going through it, I went back and studied the tape. I processed the emotions. I went through it. Now we're going back to the tape.
Yeah.
And I looked at the tape, and I literally sat and like studied like events in the relationship, moments, spots, this, that, overall vibe, this, that, overall vibe during those like seasons or episodes.
Right.
It's like you have to replay your life events like you're watching a new Breaking Bad, you're watching a new Game of Thrones. Like you have to like analyze that like the same way we analyze those TV shows. That's why we love them so much, because we get so emotionally involved with these characters, and we're trying to like figure out all that stuff is beautiful. But you got to do that with yourself. You got to read your own book. You got to study the tale of your own tape. You got to watch your own Netflix series. Like,
and to an extent, you don't want to get obsessed with that, because then you can't grow. But if you're looking at it in a way of, I want to better my future.
Yes.
I think that's how it should be looked at. Not obsessed over what happened in the past, but I'm going to learn from my past, and then I'm going to be able to take that and do something new with my life.
I will change that up. I'll tweak that a little bit.
Okay.
You have to be obsessed with being better.
Okay.
You have to be obsessed.
Yeah.
You have to be obsessed. Yes, your obsession can get you lost in the sauce. You're 1,000,000% right. That's what I did. But once I was able to process the emotional aspect of everything, I was then obsessed with figuring it the fuck out. And this is why I say objective way. Because there's 2 lives we live. There is duality.
Yeah.
Spirit, reality. Reality, we live, we breathe, we die. We need money, we need this, we need that. Reality.
Yeah.
Spirit, your emotions. You gotta you have to be able to get both to really move past. And so what I did is process the emotions, angry cried for an hour and 45 minutes. All right, this still isn't resolved. Now let me come here objectively, and let's figure this out.
I see. Okay.
And when we figure that out there, all gone, all better.
Yeah. And now you can start moving through life.
And now you can move your obsession. You need to be obsessed to be great at things. You fucking need to. And like you're obsessed with your passions.
Oh yeah.
And your passions come from where?
The spirit.
Yeah. But you gotta use the reality. You gotta understand reality, so you can make both those things happen.
Right.
So like once I was able to process that, now I'm hyper focused on this project here. Yes, I'm still in reality. I need to get a job. I need to get this. I need to do that. I need to do this. And by the way, I've already conquered the reality world. And actually at a pretty young age. Shout out Microsoft Max. I went from working a help desk job to being a junior collaboration consultant. Shout out Kaizen. You guys fucking rule. You guys saved my life. Tom Cantrell, you're the fucking man. Shout the fuck out. And actually, the beginning of my manic episode in Washington State, I was a contractor for Meta.
Wow.
I was a contractor for Meta. Microsoft Administrator, Business Enterprise Administrator, whatever the fuck the title.
I was about to say, I didn't know there was I thought they were just called Meta. I didn't know it was a.
Well, when I worked for Meta, I was a Microsoft Administrator, Business Manager. I just always call myself Microsoft Max because that was my specialty.
Microsoft Max.
Because in reality, I spent 10 years growing in this career path, and then I spent the last 5 years being a specialty expert because I was obsessed at the time.
Yeah.
I got all these certifications. I got these new jobs. I got this. I got that. Right. But because my spirit was still so damaged, reality couldn't really. They're shaking. Yeah. They gotta be in tune.
Right.
So now what I'm doing is I'm in tune. Like, yes, you have to work hard. Yes, you have to grind. Yes, you need to survive. Yes, you need to do the things to survive. And everyone has a million different situations. Mm-hmm. That is the old school. Got to figure it out.
Right.
Is what it is.
Right.
Move forward. Grind. Because the second you put on that fucking helmet on and grind,
nothing else matters.
Yeah. But you gotta be obsessed with that grind to make yourself good. But you also gotta obsess with your grind for your mental health and your mental.
Yes. Not
just mental health, but like you're just mental in general to be in tune to be successful. Because I'm obsessed with what's going on here because there's beautiful things happening.
Yes.
We have comics doing a live show. Now I'm obsessed with okay, how can we make this live show better? Mm-hmm. And the live show hasn't even happened yet. Right. But I've spent well over 10,000 hours digesting comedy. I've spent over 10,000 hours listening to all the comics podcasts. I've spent over 10,000 hours watching comedy live. I've spent over 10,000 hours watching Netflix and stuff like that. So I've digested comedy so much.
And that, I think, is what is part of how you align that spirit in that work.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people don't realize why they do the things that they do.
Right.
And I think that's what can kind of bring those two things together.
Yes.
It's I love making music because it helps me out with my mental health. I love acting because it's a way to express my feelings. I love, marketing because it's a way to me to create something out of nothing.
Yes.
And I think that's when you can start to align your grind with your spirit.
Yes.
Why you
but you're not creating anything out of nothing.
Not creating it out of nothing, but
it's your spirit.
Yeah. Turning it into,
but you don't realize it's your spirit. You don't realize it. It feels like nothing, and it feels like there's not a better feeling than when you do create something out of nothing. Mm-hmm. I created a career path out of nothing. I didn't go to. I was a college or community college dropout.
Yeah,
and I figured it out because I found a specific lane that fit me.
Right.
And with this comedy stuff, what I'm getting to is I know comics, I know comedians. And I know live performances, and I also know regular folks. People love comedy. People love going to comedy shows.
Love comedy shows.
But they don't have time to sit here and digest, the best comics and understanding. Because, we can even have fun. We can do I kind of want to do this. We can do a top 5 best comics now and best comics of all time.
Oh.
And y'all can go check them out.
All right.
But, because I know all this and I'm so confident in that, now I'm able to align that with business world. So I'm trying to be the Dana White of comedy.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it is.
Right.
And you can look at any successful businessman, they're here with the obsession shit. So yes, be obsessed, but you gotta be able to handle spirit too. Because if you don't handle spirit, you can make $1 trillion and then this is still unresolved. Well, this is gonna crumble that.
Yeah.
Or you're gonna lose at this. You're gonna start losing when you lose sight of this.
And honestly, this is more important. The spirit up there is what needs to happen.
Thank you.
You can be happy with making $1 million or making 100,000. But if the spirit, that's the important part. Because it'll crumble, like you said. It'll crumble the other stuff.
Being in Tim spirit is everything, man. And you don't... And like you see, like, Aaron Rodgers is doing ayahuasca trips, and the Beatles, they went to the other thing with LSD. But, like, those are people who were, like, wanting to soul search and find the answers. Mm-hmm. And they use those gateways to find, which is all cool. And again, same, because that's mental health even.
Yeah.
You're searching. You should search. But you got to also, like, accept. So, like, with spirit, right? God is love. Love is God. For all my, we live in Ohio. Mm-hmm. All my Christians and Catholics, you pray. What is the reality of praying?
I mean,
the reality.
I guess that's a hard question to answer. I'm Christian.
Okay.
And when I pray, the reality of that for me is faith, still unseen. But I think the most important things are the things that we can't see. I think that's how, but when I'm bringing it down to reality, I guess it's my effect and ability to pour out love to other people. And I think that's the reality that comes from the spirit of pray and being out of reality for a little bit and then bringing it into reality.
We are spirits bound to this flesh. Reach out beyond. When you pray, you're talking to yourself. God is love. Love is God. Mm-hmm. If you look at just the reality, when you pray, you're in your head talking to yourself, or you're outwardly talking to yourself, or you're outwardly in a group talking to yourself, because that's what makes you feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
People love church, and I think any sort of religious in the church is great for a household.
If it does in the right way.
Exactly. Because I grew up as an angry atheist, and because I've seen all the corruption and all of this and all of that.
Oh, yeah.
Remember I told
so
you
much
about the porn show name last week?
Yeah.
So I not only do I see it on like a major level of like a good Christian goes to war and shoots innocent brown kids. So not only do I see that and feel that rage, but also on a my level, I was like, well, this isn't fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here's the purest man to walk the face of the earth who lived by the Bible, was pure Christian. And he is suffering from Alzheimer's right now. But then, my other grandfather, who's a snake, greedy, lustful, doesn't give a fuck, violent.
Jeez.
You know what he's doing?
Living it up, probably.
Living it up.
Yeah.
So, when you pray, and I love the term pray and prayer, I love sanctuary, I love church, I love these titles, but what you're really doing, because like you said, when you talk about pray, it's like, well, that's a difficult answer. It's spiritual, it's me allowing love for other people. You're trying to learn how to forgive yourself when you're praying.
Definitely a part of it, I believe.
And that's the whole premise of Christianity, is forgiveness.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That's why there's all these Bible scriptures, they haven't been, changed by language and rulers or anything. We don't need to talk about that. Those details, silly.
Right. Like I said, it's got to be done right.
Yeah, but no, historically, the events in the Bible happened. Noah was real. The floods happened. Christ was real. He walked earth. I won't even go to my personal opinions, but I have personal opinions.
But we don't need to take it fully that direction.
Yeah, but what you have to understand, what is this concept of God, and what is love, and all you need is love. Shout out the Beatles. And when you're in church and there's so much love, that's just you. That's your heart, man. That's your spirit. That's all that fucking is. That's all that is.
Gotta love.
And there's so much horror, nightmare, disgusting, despicable. Humans are the worst. Historically speaking, right now speaking, humans are the worst. So it's good to feel comfortable in a community of like-minded religious folks.
Yes.
Who I want my kids to grow up this way. I want to grow up this way, and I can trust you guys,
right?
Because we're all here together.
Mm-hmm. We have a mindset that's at least all about positivity to try to bring good into the world.
Yes,
and that is important. especially when you're raising your kids. Yeah, I want to give my kids all options.
Yes.
I want to let them know all about the world.
Yes.
But I want them to know the importance is to love God, love other people. However you're going to do that, the world isn't about taking money and
exactly. Greed.
There's a, overall blanket of, hey, we're supposed to build up the people around us.
Mm.
How you're doing that? Here's all the options.
Yes. So if you use religion on that peer platform, same peer platform my grandparents and what plenty of people do, but what's his name? Joel Osteen or something like that.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Do you remember the hurricanes in Houston?
Oh yeah.
He shut down the churches.
In
well,
the church, it's like
all those poor people are going to dirty up the new carpets.
It's like, no, hold on.
But then this gazillionaire furniture guy was like, come in all of our furniture stores, dirty up all this stuff. And that is his business, but he loves
people.
Understands.
Yes.
Mr. Olstein is using religion, using that as a tool, as a weapon.
Right.
Because guess what religion is? It's a tool.
It's a tool. It's another one of the things that you can manipulate rather than understanding. I mean, we talked about tools last time. Machines are tools. Social media tools. Religion shouldn't be that. But it is. People are using it.
Exactly. Now, religion is a tool for you to have more understanding and accepting of the spirit realm. But your spirit, that's just you. So we'll even end on this. So, your spirit animal.
Ooh.
When I'll break down mine, and while I'm talking, think about yours. Yes.
Yeah.
So, I knew from a very young age, I'm a wolf. Spirit animal is my wolf. I've always bonded with dogs, with puppies. Very fascinated by wolves.
Love that.
And when I was going through my manic breakdown, I even had a moment with. Now I ended up taking this overkill later on once I went full manic. But during the breakup, there was a move out situation, and it was her mom and her brother. And I know damn well, because at this time I was with her family bonding and understanding, and I bond and understand on a spiritual level.
Yeah.
Reality doesn't mean shit to me.
Spiritual level, that's deep. That's deep connection.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's who you are.
Exactly.
And so she had a wolf pack there. Abuela, madre, hermanos, wolves.
Yeah.
Ah, woo, woo, woo. I'm a motherfucking wolf. But I was a wolf raised by a lion. That's my father. Lion. Gotta love that lion heart. Gotta love that lion energy. Lions get shit done. That's what king shits do. Lions, right?
Right.
My mother is a snake. Mother was raised by a snake and a lion. She became a snake. She probably wanted to be a wolf and also transcend into your actual primal spirit animal, which is angels, warriors, kings, queens. That's the evolution process spiritually. You're born with a spirit animal, but animals don't live as long as humans.
Right.
So then you evolve into your spiritual human, warrior, angel, and then you evolve there, king, queen. And we love talking about being kings and queens. I love all this and that, but that shit's true, because when you hear queen, you hear king, or you hear warrior, you hear angel, or you hear the wolf, the lion, the bear, you feel that.
Oh yeah.
But who introduced to the humans? What was it? Who introduced sin to the first humans documented?
Like the devil? Like a snake?
A snake.
Snake?
What do snakes have?
Man, what do snakes have?
Poison, venom, toxins.
I see, yes. Yeah.
He talked to the snake, left the wife, or whatever. What was it said? fucking his wife.
Don't think that's what it was.
I don't know what it was, but regardless, Adam and Eve.
Yeah. So
the devil came in the form of a what?
Snake.
Serpent.
To be exact.
Yes, the serpent. The serpent. There's 3 primal spirit animals. There's the wolf. There's the lion. There's the bear.
Okay.
And yes, there's deer and owls and geese and all that stuff's cool too.
Yeah.
But deep down, and I won't argue against the owl. Owl's my favorite fucking animal actually. But like, so if that's what you identify your spirit animal as, that's cool. But on a primal, because you got to think how wolf packs, lion cubs, lion tribes,
right,
bears, they're all different, but they're mammals.
Yeah.
And so my spirit animal is the wolf. Wolves run in packs.
Yes.
Wolves get kicked out of packs.
Absolutely.
When that wolf's kicked out of his pack, he's fucked.
Mm-hmm.
Because the wolf needs a pack to thrive. Because when wolves attack another whatever, either other wolves, lions, other animals, it's when they're in tune with each other.
Oh yeah,
it's some stealth shit.
it's a beauty. It's a symphony. It's quite amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, another thing that I love about wolves is the leader of the pack walks in the back.
You get to talk for me, please. Keep talking.
I love it. So, if you don't know about wolves, the way that they walk in the pack is they protect their weak and the ones that need protecting. And the leader of a wolf pack will walk in the back to make sure that he can keep an eye on those that need keep an eye on.
And who's that wolf pack leader? The father.
Yes, yeah, the father.
Now we're talking reality.
Right.
Hold on.
Bringing it back to reality.
We're talking about reality now.
Let's go.
So the reason why I wanted to end my life is because I was in the wolf pack. I was ready to be the head of the pack. I was ready to lead.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking in the real realm too. I'm teaching the brothers how to make money, how to hustle, how to do this, how to do that. I'm reaching out, doing this, doing that. I'm supportive of the elder wolves. Wolves who do have love and support. They're total wolves. They love their pack, and they've already done their time to support the tribe and move forward. But here I am with my age, my youth, and my ability to make compensations enough, which is money is a tool as well.
Another tool.
To lead the pack.
Yeah.
I'm a wolf. Lions, and there's a lot of lions out there. There's lions, lionesses.
Mm-hmm.
They accept trauma because an old lion becomes a burden.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to fight the cubs.
Right.
Going from cub to lion, he's trying to fuck them up.
Right.
The lion's turning into Scar.
Yeah.
Period.
They want to stay in lead.
Yeah.
No matter what they.
And the only way a lion knows how to be the lead is by fighting, aggression, dominance, physically. Wolves sit here in the pack. Bears are just kind of like their own thing. Total savages, total savages, but they're more like tight knit, and they don't really care about the cubs as much. They care about them as like the mother bear.
The mother bear does.
Yeah, but the father bear's kind of like whatever.
Yeah.
The lion, the father of the lion, they get a dedicated lioness, and they'll even help the cubs. But there's a certain point when cubs become a certain age. You kind of see what I'm getting at?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So
starting to come together.
My father was with the serpent. They were also young.
Mm-hmm.
He found a lioness.
Mm.
Amazing. Started his new pack.
Yeah.
Totally understand. He's a lion. I get it. My partner, lioness, raised by wolves. So she always felt a little out of place. Always attracted to the lion.
Yeah.
Attracted to that power that the lion has.
Right.
But she's a wolf inside.
Ah.
She loves having puppies. She loved dogs.
Yeah.
But she couldn't fully accept the wolf because she's still a lioness. Now, when I met her, here's what it was. I'm 30, 31. I'm a warrior. I've transcended from wolf to warrior. And as a wolf, I was left out of my pack. So I was always in search of a new pack. Always in search of a new pack. Always in search of a new pack. That's why I was so fucked up. That's why I was battling. Those were the demons in my head.
Right.
Because I was a lone wolf.
Right.
And I was always, please, the community, please. Finally, I was able to transcend from a lone wolf to a warrior. Because it's like I understand my instincts, my ancestral tenets. Shout out Liver King. But the real spiritual and ancestral tenets: animal, human, king, queen, royalty, or whatever. The real power.
Yeah.
Because who kills all the animals?
We do.
Humans.
Humans.
Since the dawn of time, we get in tribes, kill lions, need the lions to feast, to survive. So once I became a warrior, I was ready to find and build my own tribe. And I thought I met an angel. Maybe she was transcending to an angel. And that's what I fell in love with.
Yeah.
But she kept
coming back down.
Lioness.
Yeah.
And the things he does, well, he's not like a lion. He's not a man. A real man. The 48 powers of law, which is dope, which is good. For sure, read that book. But that doesn't define you. Turns out. And that's why I was so broken. Because when I met her, and what I am now is a warrior. And I was a warrior struggling to remain consequential. Is what it is. Need that angel to help me, to save me, because that's what angels do. They heal, they help, they save. We know about nurses being angels, but we understand that metaphor. But we understand for like an individual, it's like, well, that's gay.
You're right.
So that's where I am. Grandma and Grandpa Lake are actual king queen, and when I say king queen, you got to be married. A warrior needs to find his angel to come together, become king queen of your empire, of your village, of your tribe. What's your spirit animal?
Man, we might have to come back. I might need to do some self-reflection, some reading.
Exactly. World, what is your spirit animal? Lion, wolf, bear, and if you want to say deer or horse or whatever, that's
whatever you got to do. You know.
Sure, but it's not. No. It's just. I hate to say it. It's just no.
It's just no.
It's just no. But like, you know, but I understand that. The fox. I'm like, well, the fox gets fucked up by the wolf, so you know. But I understand that too.
Yeah.
So, what is your current spiritual stage? What is your spirit animal? What are you doing to be remaining a consequential warrior? What are you doing to be the best warrior you can be, to find your true angel? And then king, queen, you're married.
Yes.
So you are a warrior. You're on that king, queen shit right now.
Yeah.
That's where you are.
Yeah. We've been together for a long time and growing.
Yeah.
And moving forward, you know.
And you
power
work
couple shit.
Power couple shit. You worked as a team.
Yes.
Because you found your angel.
Yes.
And you are kings and queens. And you're about to rule a whole empire. You're starting your village. But to understand that spirit side of you and that past, figure out that spirit animal. What were your parents' spirit animals? Why were they spirit animals? Because my dad, a lion, raised by wolf pack. Yeah. Now, he was also raised by a warrior and an angel, but if you look at their past and their upbringings, they were wolves. And same thing with mi madre, raised by a serpent and a lioness, and now what's going down. And like, find your spirit animal. That's how you can get process. And like, I'm not even joking when I say this. You find your spirit animal, you understand your spirit animal, you understand your spiritual journey. And your spiritual journey isn't fucking super deep and super this and that. No, what did I just say? I was a lone wolf for years. And when I had a chance to be the head of that tribe, that because that is how your warrior spirit is done.
Right.
Is based off your spirit animal.
Right.
Because a warrior, if you just look at them, they're just physical, get shit done reality.
Mm-hmm.
But you come from that spirit animal. So find your spirit animal, and then you can transcend to warrior king. You transcend,
and your reality starts to get better.
Ding, ding, ding. And it took me literally just this weekend to figure it out 33 years later.
It takes everybody the time it takes.
Yeah.
That's okay.
So we'll part 3. Yes. We're also having a pretty powerful guest coming on the 24th. So that's going to be the first question I ask every guest.
Awesome.
So if you're coming on the podcast,
start thinking
on a real level. But other than that, stay black. Big dicks in the ass are bad for your health. God is love. Love is God. Chase your art. Find your art. Because you don't know anything about spirit until you find your fucking art. Chase your art. Be obsessed with your art. Love your art.
Yes. Art is love. Love is God. All the things are the things.
You already know it. All right. Thanks for checking in. Mental health. Go talk to your homies in a real level.
Cool. Peace.
Dope, man.
Dope. Oh, my bad.
You good.
Let me sit down, dude.
I'm over here. Bro, don't leave me hanging like Tom Brady. Tom Brady was a goat, and he'd be left hanging by his teammates all the time.
We can't be doing that. Yeah, I messed up the mic. All right, now for real, please.
All right. That's going to be a clip. That's awesome.
Oh, nice. It got all of it.
Cool.
Come on.
Now, do we have time? What is the time?